Alright, boom. How you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good, brother. And yourself?
Not too shabby. No, I'm joking. I'm good, bro, man. I'm a little bit tired today, can't lie. Woke up a little bit later than usual, but I'm feeling good, G. I'm feeling good, man. So today I woke up at, I know it's not gonna sound that late, I woke up at like 7:20, but normally I like to wake up at like 6:50 to 7, just so I have enough time, you know, shower, shave, all that thing, look pretty and that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, my bro, so this is your first time properly being on my channel, you know what I'm saying? So obviously I've known you for about a year, I'd like to say, since before the call when Abhishek was doing Moss. Right. I've known you since you was a younger G. You're still a young G, but when you was a younger G for real. Now obviously you're part of the team. You're part of what we do here at the call. So I wanted to have a sit down conversation with you, bro, and actually just chat to you because I feel like one, this is the first time we're having a sit down conversation in this type of manner. And number two, you're actually doing very big things and you've just turned 18. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro just dropped his balls yesterday, cuz, and he's, you know what I'm saying, making full-time money on online with the big boys, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I want to have a conversation with you about what your actual journey's been like, what are some of the lessons you've learned alongside your journey, and also I want to hear it from somebody else because these lot probably heard me speak enough times and say about location free to make money online. We all know why, but like I want to actually show your journey being 18. You have the ability to be location independent, you're choosing not to, but that's because of discipline, which I respect about you even more. And I want to get into your actual journey, bro. So before we start, 10 push-ups, cuz. Let's get busy.
Fucking hell, bro.
Let's fucking do that, man. Let's fucking get busy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready? Alright, bro. Now let's get busy, man.
Let's get into it.
In the mix like 90 Blood Clot 6, bro. So chat to me, yeah? Introduce yourself. Who are you?
Cool.
What do you even do? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, cool. My name's Govinda. I'm an appointment setter here at the core and also do some client fulfillment as well. I moved into that. I started appointment setting about 10 months ago when I started with Abhishek when he was doing his fitness offer.
Yeah.
Once you and Abhishek went into business with the core, I've been setting for you guys since then.
Yeah.
And recently, the last 2 to 3 months, I'd say, moving into more client fulfillment side of things as well.
Sick. I would even say it's the other way around, bro. Like, I'm not gonna tell you how to introduce yourself, but you're more of like a CSM nowadays, like client success manager. Your main kind of, a big part of your role within what we do at the core that you're obviously a part of is mainly kind of like checking on clients and delivering a lot of heat and sauce for the clients, ripping calls and all that type of stuff. Obviously you do the setting as well, and that was kind of your grassroots, like bread and butter, but obviously there's a big vision for you, and I know you have intentions of moving more over to full-time CSM and stuff like that, bro. So chat to me, yeah? Tell them, how old are you, bro?
I turned 18 2 months ago, May 11th.
Damn,
so
bro.
Just 18.
So you're born like 07?
07.
Fucking hell, that's disgusting. Get this child away from me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm joking. So you're born in 2007. That's mad. I got cousins like the same age as you, bro, which is mad. I rate you even more now, man. I knew you was like hearing it. Wow. Wow. I'm joking. Anyway, so chat to me, bro. So you're 18. When did we first start to kind of meet or like get in contact with each other? Because it wasn't when we was working together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I actually remember the first time as well. Abhishek was doing his fitness offer.
Yeah.
And he said to me and one of the other people that was working with the team that he had some guy to spit some sauce to us.
Yeah.
So we hopped on a call with you and we just started talking about, I think it was different things about marketing and how to like have a proper system in your business and that. So that's the first time that we actually met on like Google Meets. I was literally in my bed speaking to you and Abhishek. So that's the first time we like properly met. It's about 11 months ago now.
Yeah, that's crazy because I remember as well, that was when me and Abhishek was living together in Koh Samui. That's when we was trapping it out of this big ass, like, I'm not even gonna call it a mansion, like this big ass villa, right? We had a fucking swimming pool behind us. Yeah, we was living crazy, bro. But that was just kind of living like, not even flexing, bro. We were just not really living in the right way. Like we had all this big ass villa, but business weren't really doing too much numbers, man. So yeah, I remember that exact point of time, and that was when Abhishek was working for his own offer. So you started off as an appointment setter for Abhishek on his offer.
Yeah, on his fitness offer.
On his fitness offer for Mind Over Scale, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one.
Cool. So seeing as like you was kind of riding that offer, right, and helping Abhishek grow that offer, how did you even understand what an appointment setter was? Like, how did you and Abhishek meet? How did he end up hiring you? What was that like?
Cool. So I saw Abhishek posting some content on Instagram maybe like 4 to 5 weeks, and I saw like another Asian guy, he's sick, just give him a follow, innit?
Never up now, bro.
Exactly,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah. So I saw him post on his story.
Yeah.
Opportunity available, pound sign, pound sign, pound sign.
Yeah.
At the time I was 17, I'm like, yeah, of course, like, there's money to be made. Okay, cool, just drop him a message, just see what's what.
Yeah.
No idea what appointment setting was, no idea what online sales was, no clue, literally. Then I messaged him, say like, what's this, bro? Like, can you give me some more details? He sent me over the details, and at the time, I was actually, because I dropped out of school after year 11.
Yeah.
I was working at a estate agency, so he said, okay, cool, this is like you're booking an appointment, scheduling appointments and meetings. I'm like, that's fucking easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I can do that. So I'm like speaking to people either on the phone or over text and booking appointments. Okay, cool. He sent me that over. We booked an interview. I knew that I needed to impress in the interview. So, you come sharp, you impress in the interview.
Yeah.
Landed the role a couple of days later and just started from there.
Sick.
Abhishek basically, I didn't have a clue what to do, if I'm being honest. Abhishek taught me a lot. Okay, this is how you do it, this is how you do it. The more reps I put in, you just have that emotional intelligence, that common sense, right? You start to pick it up easy.
Sick. So like you basically saw Abhishek's story, money to be made, pound sign, pound sign, pound sign. And you're like, yeah, I want to slice of that. I want to slice of that. I want to make some money. So you popped up to Abhishek's story, like you're saying, in hopes of making money, but you didn't really know what you was doing. You're fresh 17, young and hungry, just going after it, want to do something, right? Which I respect. When you first started like with Abhishek's offer, so day one as an appointment setter, right? Like what was it like? What did you actually learn? Like what was that experience like?
So we had a call and he like run me through what I would need to be doing, got onto his account and just started sending like messages to people. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was just following like a certain script that we had at the time, sending messages to people. But the more and more reps I started to put in, I started to understand, okay, cool, this is the way that you need to be speaking to people.
Yeah.
And that's how I started to progress it over time.
Yeah. And what was the kind of like experience like when you've, done a month or done 2 months, for example, setting with Abhishek? Because correct me if I'm wrong, what was like, how much money was you making at the time? Yeah. Like what was your actual journey like of specifically working like MOS offer? Cool.
So in the first month, I didn't set anyone, we didn't close anyone, but Abhishek still paid me. I remember he paid me, I think it was £250, and I was like, I respect that from him.
Yeah, that shows a lot about character.
Exactly, like he doesn't need to do that, but he respected that I was putting in the hours, I was putting in the work, so he paid me for that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
When I first started, I thought, okay, cool, if I can make £200 or £500 online, like I'm set. Like, this is good money.
Yeah.
But obviously, as I grew and progressed further, I'm like, okay, cool, my perceptions changed a lot. Going into the second month, I started to set some people and I got closing and I started getting commission. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm making like £500, £600, okay, cool. If I keep on going, get better and better, who knows how much I can be making. So that's the real progression from like the first month going into the next 2 to 3 months working with it.
What did your family think when you was like telling them, your cousins, mum, I'm making money online with this random guy I met, he lives in Thailand, he's an up now like me, but you know what I'm saying, I never met him yet. What was that like?
So I didn't really tell my mum and dad, because they don't really understand the online space. I told my brother, he's 2 years older than me. Yeah. I told him like, yo, like, I'm making money online. I felt like a cool
felt
kid.
Man, innit?
I felt so cool, innit?
Yeah.
So I told him that this is what I'm doing. I'm making money online. If I can make £200-300 a month doing this, I'll be happy with it. So he said, yeah, cool, carry on, keep on going. He doesn't really know about the online space himself, but as I kept on growing, as I said, working with Abhishek, like the potential and the opportunity of growth has been incredible.
Sick. So when you say that the opportunity of growth has been incredible, like what did your family think then compared to maybe what even your older brother thinks now? Because maybe, and I don't want to speak for you, but I remember when I was starting to, make money online, when I first moved to Thailand, you've seen a lot of my YouTube videos yourself here, like I knew that the online space was real, but I didn't really know how I could find my own way. And there's like, I know people make money online, but can I make money online? Do you know what I mean? It's different. So like what I'm trying to ask you is like, what does your brother think from then compared to now? Like, does he have full conviction about the online space? Does he think it is a little bit sus? What did he think back then?
Yeah, so now obviously he's got full conviction. Like I'm I'm here in Portugal, bro. Like, what the
Yeah,
hell,
that
innit?
living proof.
Yeah, literally. And before that, when I first started, I was more set on, okay, let's get in a good 9 to 5. I've got an apprenticeship set up. Okay, cool. You work there 5 years, become a manager, director, whatever. You climb up the ladder. But I'm earning more money now than I would be if I was working the apprenticeship in the first place. So now I've had the conversation with my parents, with my brother. Okay, cool. Like, what happens if I stop going to school? What happens if I don't want to go to the apprenticeship and I just go online sales full time? What would you think of that? And over time, they started to become more and more open to it. First, they were still saying, okay, cool, stick to school. And I was saying the same thing. Okay, cool, I'll have a nice job in like a big company, making like a couple £100, maybe £1,000 online, like you're safe. But what does that really mean, innit? You're working in a 9 to 5, you don't have the freedom. Now you can wake up whatever time you want, get the work that you need to get done, make your commission, and you got the rest of the day to enjoy. Like we're here in Lisbon, we'll spend a couple hours working, the rest of the day, like we explore the city, get some nice food, and just like enjoy life.
That's it. Because I remember as well, like when I look back at my journey, bro, I told you and Abhishek the other day that obviously I used to work I used to work a job, obviously. I was doing that for 2 years. And when I was working my job and trying to explain to my parents or my mum at the time, Mum, I'm thinking of quitting. I want to, do social media. I want to, build a business. I want to start making money online. Because it's not their generation. It's kind of like talking to a brick wall. She's like, what do you mean? What do you mean appointment setting? What do you mean online sales? What do you mean da 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 da? She couldn't comprehend it. Do you know what I mean? But now, like you've said, there's so much conviction because obviously the lifestyle I've been able to create for myself, and this is a real thing. This is actually real. I've been able to use the vehicle of online sales and turning it into an online business to be able to buy things for my mum, support, provide for my family as well. Like this is a real thing. So I completely understand why like your mum and your family, your brother, for example, might have also been a bit skeptical because of lack of information around the space. And most people write off the online world as being a scam. Let's be real. Everyone thinks, oh yeah, this is a scam, he's a scammer. But is it that he's a scammer, or is it that you just don't understand what this actual industry is and the opportunities that can be had from stepping into this industry? What do you think?
I think that's completely true. I think a lot of people, I don't think that they think it's a scam. They know people can make money online, and that making money online is real because they're seeing people do it. But they don't think they can do it.
Yeah.
My advice to those type of people, whether you're young, you're 20, whatever, is that it's not as hard as it seems. It really isn't. If you get around the right people, get the right knowledge, it's not as hard as it seems. You can be a normal bloke, whatever, that you're working in 9 to 5, and there's an opportunity, there's scope for you to start to make a couple £100 online. Once you start to make a couple £100 online, your whole mind just expands and you start to think of bigger things, and the progression from there is really up to you and what you want to do with it. Yeah.
So when you say that, like, it's not actually that difficult, right? Did you think that when you first started? Because you said first month you didn't make any money. So it might be easy for you to say this now because you're getting paid like 4K a month right now, right? But when you were starting out and you wasn't hitting any commissions, and Abhishek just through him being a good person decided to pay you, did you still have that mindset? Because it's easy to say that now that you've done the harder part, but when you was first starting and stepping into something you don't know what it was, what did you think back then?
So my mindset then was, okay, if I can get one call booked in and this gets closed, I'm gonna be able to make money. So the whole concept wasn't hard. It wasn't like maybe some people think the only way to make money online is trading or e-commerce. You need to be studying the charts for hours and hours and hours. Like, with online sales and high ticket sales, if you can help close a call or get like a call booked in, you're gonna be able to make money. So the concept was simple. I knew I need to focus on this one thing, and if I can get this one thing done, I'm gonna be able to make money for myself.
What are you saying? Are you saying that for you, it was never really like, you never had lack of conviction and belief in online sales and the making money online space because you was just looking at it logically? Like all it is I'm here, I get paid when I make a sale, all I need to do is book in a call, and that's literally it. A plus B equals C, simple.
Yeah, simple.
Fair play. What about your other friends? So obviously you're a couple years younger than me, right? But like, are you the only person in your friendship group who's making this amount of money online? Are all of your friends making money online? Are they skeptical? Have you inspired some of your friends to do it? Like, what's that like?
Yeah, so obviously that I'm sure that you could relate as well. Once you go on your own self-improvement journey, you start to lose, or not lose, but you start to drop off a lot of people because they're not aligned with your values and principles. When I first started going on my self-improvement journey, so it was like year 9, year 10, when I started boxing, changed up my lifestyle, got into better shape and started to become more disciplined and focused. So I started to lose a lot of friends and close relationships from that time going onwards. Now, when I've come back to school in year 12, a lot of people have seen my stories. Okay, cool, this guy's making money online, da da da. I've had people ask me, and I've given them some sort of advice on what they can do, because I like helping people as well. Like if I see someone that wants to help themselves, I really do enjoy helping them as well. To answer your question, I don't know anyone else in my close friend circle who's making money online as well. I think it's my job to get around other people, and that's something I have been doing, is getting around other people in the space who are on the same level or levels ahead of me, and connecting with them instead.
Where do you feel like you'll be in 2 years, and why? So you're 18, I'm 23. Where do you feel like you're gonna be by the time you're 20?
By the time I'm 20, damn. I think I'll have a good amount of cash flow coming from assets, such as maybe like Airbnb deals, property deals. Obviously, I worked in property before, so I know the industry, I know people in the space, and that's something that I want to get into, and use the money that I'm making in online sales to build my longer term wealth. So by the time I'm 20, I think I'll be doing online sales or in the sales space full time, in the online space full time, whilst having other ventures that are bringing me cash flow as well.
So you're saying that by the time you're 20, you want to be able to have a couple of assets behind you that are producing income, and you want to acquire the large sum of cash or capital to do so and invest in things through your online sales role.
Right.
So why is it that you have so much conviction that you're going to be able to make that amount of money in online sales? Why do you believe in it so much?
Firstly, I would say the team that I'm working with. A lot of people think, how can I make this type of money? Sometimes you need to think about who with and what with. So if you're with the right people, any vehicle you use is it doesn't really matter what vehicle you use. So you can be doing trading, e-commerce, it doesn't really matter. If you're with the right people, if you're in the online space and you've got the right network, the right people around you, you're gonna be able to make money, because these people are gonna keep on growing. If you're attached with them, you're bringing value to them, you're gonna be able to grow as well. So I've got full conviction on that. Me as a person, as an individual, I've got full conviction and full belief in myself that I've got other things that I can do, as well as the online sales space, to bring a lot of income and cash flow to myself.
Strong. What's the largest amount of money you've made in a month from online sales?
Purely from online sales was just over 3K.
Sick. Yeah. And how was you 18 at that point? 17?
17.
Damn. So that's crazy, bro. Because, gee, when I quit my 9-to-5 job, I was making 2.5K a month, and you're making more than I was making when I was working a full-time job, 40 hours a week, and I was like 3 years older than you, bro. There's probably a lot of people watching this now, and you're making more money than them online, G, than their full-time job. And your balls dropped yesterday, so I rate that, bro. I can't lie, go on.
Yeah, I was gonna say my biggest month, because I've got a property business that I run as well.
Strong.
And that's with just having connections and being people friendly and networking. So I've got that I run as well. So the biggest month altogether has been 4 to 5K, and that was 17 as well.
So your biggest month at 17 was 5K, right? And 60% of that, so a good 3 out of the 5K came from online sales, right? How do other people feel around you? I don't want to keep making it about other people, because at the end of the day, it's you and what you want to do. But the reason why I'm so intrigued is because I could only imagine for me what it would be like if I was doing what you're doing when I was your age. Do you know what I mean? People are learning and catching on to online sales in their early 20s. They're a year, couple years younger or older than me. All right, I'm 23. You're doing it when you're 17, bro. Right? So when you made 5K in a month and you were 17, how did you feel?
I would be lying if I said I was super, super happy and this is so sick and get hella gas. I'm not that type of person. Obviously, I was proud of myself. Okay, cool. And you need to take a moment. Okay, cool. You're 17. You're making probably 2x the average income. That's that's an achievement that you need to be proud of.
Yeah.
But where I see myself, and I'm always building. I always want to become better. Yeah. So I wasn't super, super happy, but I was obviously very proud of myself for hitting that mark.
So with the money that you make, right, because correct me if I'm wrong, you're 18, you probably have little overheads. What do you do with a lot of the money that you're making? Because I genuinely believe that if I was 17, I would say that I was quite wise beyond my years when I was your age, but I still had a lot of learning to do. And being around you, you've already learned and acquired certain knowledge that me at that age was yet to learn. Does that make sense? Right. So like, what do you even do with your money? Like, do you spend a lot? Do you buy a lot of materialistic things? Because I feel like for me, if I was your age, 17, making 5K a month, not easily, but in a very simple way, all from my phone. So you've done a majority of that from your phone, not your laptop, on Instagram and TikTok, for example, yeah? Like, I would have been in them. I would have been in JD, cause I would have been with the new fresh Air Forces, and you know what I'm saying. Like, what type of things do you like to do, or like, are you someone who indulges a lot? Are you more frugal? How do you kind of live your life?
I don't really splash my money if I don't need to. The biggest purchases I've bought is my MacBook and my iPhone, and that's like one-offs, right? I invest my money like in the market and some crypto as well. Apart from that, I don't really spend money. If I need to spend money and maybe go out and get some food or something like that, like I'll do it. I'm not afraid to spend money. It's like you're circulating the money's gonna come back to you anyways. So I'm not crazy spending my money, but what I want to start to spend my money on is things that are gonna bring benefit towards me. So like traveling, like next month, like I'm here in Lisbon now, next month I'm gonna go to Paris, and by the end of the year, I want to head to at least 2 more countries and have these experiences. So anytime I spend my money is on experiences. Like I managed to take my brother to like a spa in the Shard, which was sick. Like I felt good, like paying for that as well, innit? Even though it's my older brother, like you take him, you had a good experience. Spending time with family and just genuine experiences, but not materialistic things and shit like that.
I respect that a lot, bro. And I feel like that says a lot about your character. I feel like a lot of people in the online space, I would like to get your opinion as well. I feel like people in the online space who are like us, making money online, they like to purport a certain lifestyle that it's always just spend, splash, and be very flashy. But like, I'm the opposite, bro. Like, I don't really spend money either. Obviously, I travel through my business anyways, and what we do in the network, meet clients, go and actually meet people and have experiences, and I get to live and travel where I want. Living is probably my biggest expense. Like, I'm a very kind of, you know me anyways, like, I'm very like, I wouldn't say frugal, but I just don't really find pleasure and enjoyment from spending on materialistic things. Like, for me, which you know already yourself, my biggest expense is like when I flew to Miami to go and meet people for a business trip, and then I made money. Or for example, when I went to St. Kitts for 2 weeks and spent time with family. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Right. Rather than going and buying some bullshit piece of shoes that is only gonna look good and get scratched up once. You're not gonna wear it again. Do you know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think spending money on materialistic things, like you can be happy for a short term. Obviously, it depends on what you get. Let's say you get a new car. Okay, cool. Like you'll be gas for a couple months, right?
Yeah.
But after that, it really just wears out, and you say, is it really worth it? Could I maybe spend that money on experiences with family, experiences on myself, could travel the world? I think experiences beats materialistic things all day.
100%, 110%, man. So like, let's fast forward. So you've been doing this setting thing for like a good year. How did you end up like working with me? So like from your perspective, how did you end up being like the CSM at the core? Like how did that journey go from you starting off with Abhishek, popping up to his story, and then now like you work with me, you work with Abhishek as well, and we've got a big team now. How does that things come into fruition?
So in December of 2024, around like Christmas time, Abhishek said, okay, cool, like don't be sitting on the account too much, just calm, like just take a break now, innit? And that's when I saw some changes happening in the background where Abhishek was speaking to you a lot more, and you were talking about coming into business together.
Yeah.
I hopped on a call end of December time with Abhishek. He said, okay, cool. Me and Sai are gonna start this new business. It's called the Core Network. This is what it is, and this is like the new business that we're gonna go forward with. I'm not taking any more online fitness coaching clients anymore. Okay, cool. So I was sitting on Abhishek's account at the time. I believe that we brought on another setter for your account. And since January, when we launched the core, I started setting on Abhishek's account only. Then I started taking over both your accounts in like February, and I've just been setting and moving into CSM manager about March, May time since then.
How have you found kind of like, because obviously this is the business that's really like, I don't want to say popped off, but this is the business that's kind of like progressed the most from since your journey making money online. How has that been, witnessing the growth, like from your perspective?
Yeah, I think as a setter, you get to get such a big insight on any business, and that helps you if you want to do your own offer in the future, if you want to move into any other businesses or any other roles in the online sales space. It helps you a lot. So I've got such an insight on how to manage teams, what people that you could possibly hire, what moves in the marketing space that you need to make, what changes in the sales process that you need to make. So you get such a big insight on the whole business, not just sending DMs. You get a business insight as well.
What's the biggest change you've seen in yourself as a person since you've joined the network? Like from a behind the scenes, you're part of the team. Like, what's the biggest change you've seen in yourself since being closer around myself and Abhishek?
I think like I've learned a lot from you and Abhishek a lot. My confidence in speaking has improved a lot because of you, and you've like called me out a few times on that, which I fucking respect, and that's like helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
With Abhishek, when he came to the UK, when he came to London in May, me and him spent a good like 2 months together. I learned a lot about life, family, girls, just life in general, a lot of life things. We had a very deep conversation. That's really helped me a lot. I see both you guys as mentors as well as friends and working together. I see you guys as mentors I can look up to and ask you for advice if I need anything. And that's something that I appreciate a lot as well.
Come on, man. I respect that firstly, and the reason why I'm asking that question is because I always like to ask people, because like it's always different. Everyone lives life from a different lens, you know? Like the way that I see things, and I see the way we work with our clients, and I see my content, and I see A, B, and C is going to be completely different to how you see things from your perspective and your angle. Do you know what I'm saying? So I always find it interesting to get insight into the way that people actually think. I've got another question, but first, bro, 30 push-ups, G. Just 30 cuts.
Okay, go.
Let's bang it. 1, 2, 3. 20. 1, 2, 3. Oh, easy.
Shit.
Come on, man. Had to just change it up real quick, cuz. You get me? Anyways, yeah, cool. So back in terms of like you setting and your progression, obviously now you've kind of done and kind of squeezed out setting a lot, like you know what you're doing. What is the biggest thing you've learned about human psychology through your time working as a salesman, online salesman?
You need to get people to like you.
Why?
You need to get people to like and trust you. The more people like and trust you, the more that they're gonna listen to you, more they're gonna open up to you. You wouldn't open up to someone that you don't trust or like at all. Like you wouldn't tell them about your life. If you like and trust someone, you start to speak to them more. And as a sales rep, salesman, whatever, it helps you a lot more in the process.
So open up about that. Like when you say how you need people to like and trust you, right? How has that kind of come into play with you being a CSM? So talk to me about one, what you do for us as a CSM, and number two, considering that you know and you've learned that people need to like and trust you, what have you done about that knowledge to actually implement into your role as a CSM?
Cool. So my role as a CSM, I work with the Core Light, which is where we help people get into the online space, how to start to make money online for themselves. I teach the boys about setting, about sales. I hold 2 calls a week at the moment with them. And on your point, like, how have I used that? You need to make people feel like you care about them, because and the only way that you can care them is if you genuinely care about them. You can't be fake about it. You need to have a certain care and certain level of seeing these people win. That's gonna make you feel good. And seeing a lot of the boys win in the network makes me feel good. Like I got a voice note from one of the boys yesterday. He got into a role. He managed to get his first client closed, which was sick. He sent me a voice note.
Play it to your mic. Play it to the mic. I want to hear this.
That's
sick. I think it's very good when you're able to build a relationship with clients. Do you know what I mean?
For real.
Govinda, man, I just want to say thank you so frigging much for your advice on saying just believe in yourself, because it's my 2nd day in and we've closed someone in. Well, sorry, I've booked somebody in for a closing. So yeah, we're winning, man.
So yeah, man, like getting messages like that. I saw it yesterday. Obviously, me and Abhishek done like kickboxing here. It makes me so happy. That it makes you feel grateful. Like you're making a big impact on these people's lives. Even though some of these people are probably older than me, making that impact on their life, and they're so genuine when you see them on the calls. Like he's actually going to be flying out to Lisbon as well. So seeing that is sick. Seeing that is so
Yeah, man. I think for me as well, like one thing I've realized is that even me, like obviously, you know, I make a lot of content, right? So when I'm making content and people are able to build some form of like relationship with me through my content and what I'm saying, how I'm saying, and the vibes that's coming across, I feel like I'm only able to attract like good and clean-hearted people. Like we don't really have many dickheads, to be honest with you, inside the network, thank God. And I think it's because when me and Abhishek are putting out so much content about who we are, we're attracting people who have the same values and morals as us. So it's easier for us to work with them, and as a result, easier for them to get results from us. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because we already kind of have the same foundation of how on our outlook towards life, I would say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, literally. And plus, like being in your DMs, right? I see a lot of people obviously give you praise, but they resonate with your story a lot. They see like this young kid, he's come from London, okay, cool, he hasn't had the best background, but look at where he's been able to take himself in it.
Yeah.
A lot of people like that, a lot of people are inspired by that as well.
Yeah, nah, I think it's sick, man. And even me, when I'm seeing a lot of like people message me on wherever they can message me on, and I'm checking a message and I'm like, damn, they're like, yeah, I watched this video and I think da-da-da-da-da. Like, even for me to see that someone's taking time out of their day to watch me, like, damn, sexy chocolate nigga like me. Nah, I'm joking, but for someone to take the time to watch my content, like, it makes me feel happy. And because I am trying to be able to build a relationship with these people, because at the end of the day, just because a video might get 10 views, that's still 10 people who will take a time out of their day to watch and learn and understand you as a person, bro. So it's mad. Quick fire question I have for you, yeah? If you didn't know me at Abhishek, the call wasn't a thing, and you had to start again from scratch to make 3 to 5K a month online in 60 days, what would you do and why? Think about it for a second, what's every step that you would do to make an online income that could replace a full-time job? How would you go about it? What would you do and why would you do it?
First, I would say there's a platform, I'm not sure if many people have heard of it, it's called YouTube. Very easy to use.
Yeah, I never heard of that one.
Yeah, so you go in there, you search up, okay, cool. How can I get into online sales? How can I start to make money online? Go through some free resources, go through some content and start to get yourself familiar with what you feel is right for you. Like if you feel like online sales and speaking to people, you know, over text or on the phone is the thing that you want to do, okay, cool. Then start to take action on that. Look at your videos and absorb the information and start to implement it. You might be able to go like find a role from that. That's great. But the best way I would say, and to cut out a lot of time and wasted time, is to start to get around the right people. Start to network with people that are already in the space and ask them for their advice. Like if you're going to go to boxing, you'll learn from a boxing coach, right? If you want to do like MMA, you'll learn from an MMA coach. Whatever it is, you want to learn from someone that's already been there and that can advise you and give you the right guidance on how to get yourself to where you want to be as well. One
thing that I've realized as well, and you kind of alluded to this same point earlier on, is that it's not about what you know, it's always about who you know. So I feel like the first thing that I would do is, like you said, brush up on my knowledge, have a base level of knowledge, and then immediately I would just look to get around the right people, around the right circles who hold the knowledge, and also not even hold the knowledge, hold the connections that can get me to where I want to be. Because like client Jake, for example, yeah, who sent you that voice note, obviously he's now got access to the connections, to the roles, to the people who are like the offer owners who can give him a certain opportunity to be making X amount per month online. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I'll say that's big. There's one of our boys who's in a role with a 6-figure entrepreneur, so one of your boys, Denzel.
Yeah.
Now that one of our boys is in that role and he's connected with Denzel, we know that Denzel's gonna keep on growing and growing and growing and growing, right? If Enoch and our client, like Enoch can connect himself with Denzel and stay attached and keep on bringing value, as more as Denzel grows, Enoch's gonna be able to grow and grow and grow with him. So it's not about what you know, it's about who you know as well, which is super important.
100%, 110%. I feel like one of the things that I'm understanding the true value of really is just your network. People say, oh, your network is your network, all that bullshit, but let me go from a different angle and just say that your network is the biggest thing that will influence the flow of money that comes into your life, simply through you having certain access to the knowledge that is held by certain people. So it's like, cool, you can go and learn knowledge online, you can go on YouTube, you can go and buy a book, but talking to someone is always going to be different. Being a part of some sort of group is always going to be different, because these people have access to this knowledge and these people that can end up giving you this opportunity for you to then go and make money. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, just on that point, I'll say a lot of people let their ego and them wanting to be the number one, them wanting to be the face of like a business or being out there, stop them from making money. If they can be a good number 2, a good number 3, they could probably make more money as a good number 2 in a business than being the number 1 guy. If you can get yourself around a good A player, around a good number 1 player, and you're like number 2, number 3, If that A player is pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're right behind him. You're pushing and pushing and pushing. So you can stunt your growth from trying to, maybe be the main man. But if your skill set is helping a business, adding value, and you can do that and get around the right people, you're going to be able to make a lot more money from that.
Damn, that's a very good concept. I haven't really thought about that before, but it's so true. Like getting around other A players, because even if the way I see it is like getting around other A players kind of makes you an A player by default, because you're in the same game, you're in the same league. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You're on the pitch, you're not on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So getting around the same people or the right people who are doing the right things and being in proximity to them is always going to push you further, because they're going to push themselves further, and you're alongside and tagged with them.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying? Damn. All right. What's your final gem? So let's say that someone here is watching this. Let's say that we're not 17, my audience is not that young. Let's say your older brother's watching this. Your older brother's 20. Let's say your older brother and a couple of his boys are watching this. They're 20, your brother's 20, his brethren's 21, and then one of his other friends is 24, for example, right? They're working, doing a normal life, but they're seeing your journey and they want some advice. What's the first or biggest bit of advice that you would leave them with to think about on the back of watching this video of you?
First thing I would say is that if you feel like you've got a bigger calling and that you want to do a lot more in your life for yourself, then you need to reach out and start to get help. Whether that's, again, watching free YouTube videos and getting information about the space, or starting to network and message people already in the space, and then being able to help you to get the position that you want to be. So reach out to people, speak to people. If you've got that bigger calling for yourself, then you need to act upon it, because if you keep on waiting and waiting, you're just gonna get stuck in the same cycle.
Damn, bro, bang, gem. Love for coming on. And boys, check out my second channel, Ty Valley Biz. That's where the real source is. If you want to actually learn the full detailed, in-depth guides that I've got about how you can start to make money, quit your 9-to-5 job and move abroad, achieve location freedom, go and check out that channel, man. Let's fucking go. Love.